already know this is Pong, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo, shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. The Sazon, a.k.a. El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, the Boxing World is kind of frustrated with the news that Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant, undisputed bout negotiations, has fell apart. Y'all already know Canelo Alvarez, 4th Division World Champion, cash cow, pound for pound #1, unified super middleweight champion of the world. Then you already know Caleb Plant, IBF, super middleweight champion of the world, undefeated. It's supposed to be an undisputed year, but y'all already know the heavyweight division was supposed to be Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. That didn't come through fruition. And now the super middleweight division, you know, the undisputed might not come through fruition. And the middleweight division that's supposed to be one of the most lucrative division, one of the most prestige division historically in the sport of boxing, we can't see the guys unify each other. You know, unify the belts. We can't see Boo Boo and Triple G, Charlo, Boo Boo, Charlo, Triple G. We probably not gonna see Caleb Plant and Canelo Alvarez. You probably not even gonna see Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. And it's kind of, we gotta look at the middleweight division and the super middleweight division, because I think that a lot of people want to campaign. The guys in the middleweight division, they want to campaign in the super middleweight. Probably they want to get the Canelo Alvarez. But if this fight doesn't happen, what everybody else is going to do? Now, there's one fighter, there's one name that I believe that could get the fights. I think he could actually, I think he could get the fights. Jermall Charlo, I think if he wanted the Boo Boo Andre fight, or his business partners or whatever, want to make that fight happen, I think it could happen. I think the Triple G fight probably could happen. I think the Caleb Plant, he's already a PBC dude, so he could get the probably David Benavidez after David Benavidez fights his next bout. And you got Caleb Plant, in which maybe if he says to Al that I want to fight Caleb Plant, you know, Caleb Plant might look at him, okay, he's a smaller cat, maybe you know what I'm saying, I could have an advantage. I believe that Jermall Charlo, I think this is a golden opportunity for him to call some shots, and call the shots that's gonna enhance his legacy. Y'all already know Canelo Alvarez said that he's winning the fight of Jermall Charlo. If he can't get the Plant fight, do you think that Jermall Charlo should just tell Al, yo, whatever it is, man, let me take that fight right now? I mean, Canelo Alvarez, who is he gonna fight? Is he gonna fight Beterbiev? Is he gonna fight Bivol? Canelo Alvarez said he wouldn't be fighting, but is it more money to fight Jermall Charlo more than Bivol and Beterbiev? I think so. I think Jermall Charlo, this is a golden opportunity for Jermall Charlo to really push. Actually really push for those fights. Now, we don't know, because we're not in the boardroom. We don't know what Al Haymon having plans for most of his fighters. We don't know if he's using Caleb Plant to actually bait Canelo Alvarez so they could get the Jermall Charlo fight, because Jermall Charlo been waiting for that fight with Canelo Alvarez for quite some time. I want to see Jermall Charlo actually enhance his legacy like his brother hasn't enhanced his legacy, you know. I don't want people to actually jump on the Canelo sweepstakes, you know what I'm saying? And I do think that he does have some type of leverage being a PBC. I do think so. I think he got the fight in 168 pounds if he want to move up. Look, David Benavidez Pops was in the Boxer Voice, and he's alluded that he will go to the 160, and he'll go to a catchweight 164 to fight Jermall Charlo. And I think that's a beautiful situation for Jermall Charlo. I mean, we never seen what David Benavidez. You already know that he probably been struggling with weight. It's hard for me to imagine him going to the 160, but a catchweight, I could see it because we do see Jermall Charlo is a big middleweight. I just think that he needs to take this golden opportunity. He got the WBC. He can maneuver himself in the ranks in the WBC. I don't know if he could get the Caleb Plant fight, but I'll be pushing for a Caleb Plant fight if the Canelo Alvarez is not there. At the end of the day, if you want the Canelo Alvarez fight, you want to put yourself in a position in which Canelo Alvarez want what you got. See, I believe that Jermall Charlo and the Canelo Alvarez fight is good, but does he have something that Canelo Alvarez wants? Canelo Alvarez usually fights somebody that he has something that he wants, besides the eardrum fight. But y'all already know, a lot of guys, a lot of fighters get in between bouts. Not everybody got to fight hard fights after hard fights after hard fights. I think it's a golden opportunity for Jermall Charlo to really push for those fights, because he's in position in the middleweight division, and he's also quite in position in the super middleweight division, being a PBC fighter. And maybe these guys look at him and he's kind of he's smaller than us. Well, we'll take the risk to fight Jermall Charlo. I think if Jermall Charlo really wants to fight, or if Al Haymon really presents those type of names on the table, I think Jermall Charlo could really make a big splash this fourth quarter of the boxing year. And which we don't know what's going to happen. I think that Jermall Charlo has a golden opportunity to really make something happen, to enhance his legacy the way that he could potentially can. Maybe push for the Caleb Plant, David Benavidez catch weight. Maybe the Boo Boo Andrade. I heard that he's never going to be fighting Boo Boo Andrade. I don't know. Maybe Boo Boo Andrade burned some bridges along the way that maybe with Al Haymon. He probably burned bridges with Al Haymon and they're not even talking about it because Al Haymon is not here to talk. But it's something kind of fishy that Boo Boo just can't get the type of fights. And it seems like they're never going to fight. I'm even tired of even talking about the Boo Boo Andrade and Jermall Charlo because it seems like it's never going to happen. But there's a lot of potential. And with Jermall Charlo, if Canelo Alvarez go to the PBC, Jermall Charlo probably got a good, I think he got a good situation, y'all. What y'all think? Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.